Mujaddara is an amazing rice and lentil dish that originates from the Middle East. It's very common across that whole region because it requires just a few simple ingredients. If you're either a vegetarian or vegan, you're going to love this dish as a way to incorporate more protein and fiber into your diet. To make mujaddara, you'll need these basic pieces of kitchen equipment. That Sautee pan is a Volrath nonstick pan, which we bought at a restaurant supply store. We highly recommend buying this kind of pan because it saves so much time from scrubbing. For ingredients, you'll also need what you see here: 6 to 7 onions, basmati rice, canola oil, brown lentils, salt, and water. Because we're not experts in making mujaddara, we invited our one hell of a cook friend, Mr. Veggie, who knows how to make vegetarian dishes absolutely dynamite. It's all yours, Mr. Veggie.
That's right. So the first thing for mujaddara is I'm going to cut up the onions before we caramelize them. And we all have different ways that we cut up onions. This is just kind of my method. I just kind of cut off the root. You can use a paring knife. Oh. And just cut off the skin. Again, I know we all have our own methods. I'm going to cut it down the middle. And then I'm going to just kind of cut it lengthwise. Maybe like 1/8 of an inch, I'll say. Sometimes this is like a Tuesday night recipe for us, or maybe like a Tuesday or like a Sunday night. You know, we just want something that we can make and just have leftovers all week. It lasts in the fridge for at least a week, and it's really good. Even cold, you know, a scoop of cold mujaddara, like mujaddara on rice or on like a salad, makes it kind of a more interesting, like grain salad almost. You just add a little bit of, like, you know, make your own like vinaigrette or garlic expression with the mujaddara and salad, and it's just makes a great lunch. Now the recipe we're making today also, at the end we're going to put yogurt on top, you put garlic sauce on top, you can put like a spicy green sauce, you can put hot sauce. It's almost just like a blank slate of caramelized grain goodness that can go a long way. One thing too, there's I forget the full name, but it's Indian spice, and just the shorthand for it is called hing. And sometimes you can just put like hing in, like when you're going to fry up the onions. It's kind of just or put it in with the we don't do that a lot, but sometimes we'll add a little bit of it. Just kind of enhances flavor a little bit, like salt. Hing is kind of a vegetarian cheat sheet of a spice. It kind of helps give it almost like nutritional yeast too. Is a good trick up your sleeve. I'll use hing and nutritional yeast when I'm making a vegan French onion soup. You gotta caramelize the onions and add just some flavor enhancements, and you can really make, I think, like just some, with a nice vinegar, you can really make a nice meatless soup. Now I add a little like more oil than usual, just because like that oil is really
the only thing you got.
Yeah, for the onion flavor to distribute through the whole recipe. I'm gonna actually kind of let it.
Let's let it chill.
Yeah, a little bit of softness in the onions.
You want salt it too?
Yeah. Well, maybe I'll wait a second. All right. I think I've stirred it about as much as it'll let me.
It wanted to make you cry when you started.
Yeah.
And now,
but now you realize
you're breaking down its walls.
I am. Yeah. Sometimes, sometimes really first impressions are not always right.
Yeah.
It's something that was once hard and maybe also a little dirty. It really has a.
It didn't want to be with you.
Not at first,
No.
yeah, but
No.
the first cut is the deepest. But once
the grind's over.
yeah, you really see that this is a beautiful, thoughtful vegetable you're working with. That has a lot of intricate qualities.
And then you want to have all of its friends broken down.
Yeah.
And then you want to be able to scoop it at any time throughout the month.
That's true,
So,
exactly, yeah. That even the hardest thing has a tender, soft side.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm used to, like, at this point starting to, like, scrape off the bottom.
Volrath is the brand.
Roll wrap.
Anything, yeah, if it's a kitchen thing and Volrath makes it, I'm buying it.
It's a good pan. It's a really good pan.
What we're doing now is we're going to let the onions continue to saute and now start working on the lentils and rice.
Looks like about enough water. Maybe a little.
So we have 1 cup of rice, 1 cup of lentils that have been washed well, and now we have 5 cups of water.
Yep.
And salt.
Salt.
We got about a tablespoon.
Yeah, about a tablespoon.
It's good.
Put the lid on that, kind of let it come to a boil. Turn it up here and just.
Turn it to 11.
Yeah, crank it up.
Do you want to stir it?
What's that?
Do you need to stir it?
Yeah, I'll stir it, yeah. Honestly, I think from here on I'm just going to. There we go.
You over there?
Yeah, I just leave it open. Just like kinda. Alright, got with this al dente. And sometimes lentils and rice, they have different cook times, so you have to kind of eyeball it the best you can. Actually, I'm gonna give it to like 1 more minute, and then.
Oh, good? Okay.
Yeah.
And then we're going to strain it?
I think strain it, yeah.
Okay.
So in this case, we were doing the rice and lentils as a pasta method instead of a pilaf method. Mr. Veggie was not happy with the doneness of the rice and lentils, so we decided to add a little bit more water to the pot to let them steam through a little more. As you can see now, adding the extra water into the pot to let it steam through a little bit more was able to get the lentils and rice cooked through to the right amount.
Give it a taste.
So there you go. That's how you make Mujaddara. It is delightful. It is an easy dish to make. It's cheap, and you'll impress your friends. Mr. Veggie brought it into my heart. I mean, I've had it several times at other restaurants, but I feel that this version of it is my favorite. And so I'd like to thank Mr. Veggie for taking time out of his week before they moved to Tunisia to actually help out with us. Thank you very much. This is the BG, keeping it square.
Thanks for watching today. If this recipe looks amazing to you, be sure to go back and watch our garlic sauce video, because putting garlic sauce on Mujaddara is, yeah, you're welcome. In our next episode, we'll be returning to our Polish roots and showing you how to make the best cabbage rolls you can possibly imagine. They're that good. Subscribe to us, check out our website, and leave comments for us. Thanks for supporting us, and see you next time on Our Final Freezer.
You're breaking down its walls.
I am. Something that was once hard and maybe also a little dirty. It really has a.
It didn't want to be with you.
Not at first,
No.
yeah. But
No.
the first cut is the deepest. But
Once the grind's over.
yeah, you really see that this is a beautiful, thoughtful vegetable you're working with. has a lot of intricate qualities.
And then you want to have all of its friends broken down.
Yeah.
And then you want to be able to scoop it at any time throughout the month.
That's true.
So,
exactly. Yeah. That even the hardest thing has a tender, soft side.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. Yeah.
That's good.